At first glance, it seems that two dogs in one house will bring only fun and joy. But along with the advantages, this solution also has a lot of disadvantages. There is a possibility that the dogs will get along and be friendly, and possibly become bitter enemies. Relationships between animals also depend on the difference in age, gender, and many other factors. The phrase "better than one dog," maybe only two, may not always be appropriate. However, you should start with the good, so the positive aspects of acquiring two dogs will be discussed first. Pros of having two dogs in the house: more joy, communication, and attention for the owner. It is not just that they say that a dog is the most faithful friend. Whatever trouble befalls the owner, the dog will always support and help to cope with any trouble. And if there are two of them, then you can completely forget about loneliness. At least one of the dogs will constantly try to attract more attention to himself, even if the other is busy with his own business. More companionship for dogs. In moments when the owner cannot be near his pets, they will be with each other. By communicating with each other, dogs will never get bored, so you can avoid the behavioral problems that are common to all animals that spend the whole day alone. Some breeds can go into severe stress due to the lack of a friend. The development of dog socialization. Absolutely every dog, especially a puppy, needs to at least sometimes talk with their own kind, and not just with a person. This develops the emotional sphere of the animal. Therefore, it is recommended to get an adult dog and a puppy so that the young dog learns from his older brother. Development of owner socialization. If a person is a happy owner of two dogs, he will attract the attention of others, due to which there is a high probability of making new acquaintances with other dog breeders. Getting acquainted with people who have the same interests, a person becomes more relaxed and sociable. You can also learn a lot of new and useful information about dogs. Improving mood and health. Any animal brings joy to its owner, and a dog, in addition to this, can improve physical condition. Walking with an animal and playing with it, a person is active, which strengthens his health. And if there are two dogs, the effect only increases. Scientists have long proven that the presence of a pet in the house reduces the risk of heart attack and stroke. Reducing the risk of allergies. If there is more than one animal in the house, the risk of allergies, especially in children, is greatly reduced. According to scientists, it is the lack of pets that has led to a sharp development of allergies in big cities. Studies have long been conducted that have shown that children who interacted with several cats or dogs in the first year of their life become resistant to the most common allergens later in life: grass, animals, and pollen. Positive impact on the upbringing of children. Dogs have a huge impact on children. They help them become kinder and more responsible. If there are two children in the family, having the same number of dogs will eliminate this struggle for a beloved pet. Each of the children will be involved in communication with the animal. But if there are more than two, more dogs will be needed. Cons of two dogs in the house. Not all dogs can make friends. Not every dog will like the appearance of a competitor. Dogs will begin to share territory, toys, food, and also the owner. Unkindness can develop into hostility, because of which all the inhabitants of the house will suffer. Increased responsibility. If a person has never had experience in keeping a dog for at least a year, he should by no means start two at once. A dog is a huge responsibility, but two is something unimaginable. First, you need to get comfortable with one animal, and only then start a second one. Financial expenses. Two dogs is always a huge waste of money because, in addition to the regular purchase of food, animals need to constantly purchase vitamins, toys, clothes, and shampoo. Veterinary care is also not the cheapest service. Therefore, before you get 2 dogs, you need to make sure that you have finances. Damage to property. Leaving dogs in the house alone, you can be sure that they will break or ruin something. Puppies during the period when their teeth are growing, not far from only toys. In addition, they prefer wallpaper and various furniture. And if there are 2 puppies in the house, it is easier to remain silent. If you have more than 1 dog, you need to be prepared for regular furniture changes. Constant cleaning. Dogs are constantly active, and therefore spilled food, overturned flower pots, and garbage throughout the house are not uncommon. After long walks, they need to wash their paws, as well as bathe regularly. We must not forget that fleas come along with dogs, so you need to wipe the floors more often, adding household chemicals. Recommendations. You can't have more than 2 dogs, as they can stray into a pack, which can end badly. Teach your dogs commands. Dogs trained from childhood to discipline bring less damage to their owners. When accustoming dogs to certain orders, it is important to remain patient, without which there will be no result. If a person lives alone and often goes on business trips, he must think in advance about what to do with animals. Take them with you, leave them with friends, or put them in a hotel. You have to love your pets no matter what. Conclusion. 2 dogs in one house are always very difficult and costly. But with due diligence, you can get the 2 most devoted friends who will remain faithful in joy and in sorrow. Therefore, if someone has a goal to take 2 dogs into the house, you should not put it off until later, because in the end, you can become one of the happiest people. Are you thinking about getting 2 or more dogs? Let us know what you decide in the comments below. And if you know someone who's thinking about getting 2 or more dogs, please share this with them. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Otherwise, have a great day. Thanks for watching.